8 hours from now, you'll be screaming at a council of gods who clearly have better things to do, while your uncle, the same one who butchered your father and scattered the pieces across Egypt like confetti, rips your eye out of your face with all the subtlety of someone peeling a grape. But relax, right now you're just waking up to what should be the best day of your life. You open your eyes, but there's a problem. You're Horus, the falcon-headed god, rightful heir to the throne of Egypt, and the most ignored person in the entire Egyptian pantheon. The first thing you see is the golden ceiling of your mother Isis's temple. She insisted you stay here until things get sorted out. Things haven't been sorted out for decades. You're basically living in your mom's divine basement while your uncle Seth sits on the throne that should be yours, wearing your dead father's crown like it's a party hat. You get up and pass by a polished bronze mirror. I have to admit, you look absurdly handsome today. Your feathers shine with that golden glow that would make any pharaoh cry with envy. Your eyes, both of them for now, have that divine brightness that says, I am literally the embodiment of the sky. Enjoy this sight. Lock it in your memory. You're going to miss it later. Breakfast is served by priests who treat you with that careful respect people reserve for problematic relatives. Fruits, bread, sacred beer. You chew in silence while your mind goes, inevitably, to the same place it always does. Your father, Osiris, murdered by his own brother, body cut into 14 pieces and thrown across all of Egypt. Your mother spent years searching for each piece. She found 13. The 14th, well, let's just say a fish had a very specific meal, and nobody likes to talk about it at dinner. And the murderer, the monster who did this, he's sitting on the throne right now, at this exact moment, probably complaining that the wine isn't cold enough. You break the chalice in your hand without noticing. The priests pretend they didn't see. Today's going to be different. You decided this while blood drips between your fingers. No more waiting. No more diplomacy. No more, let's settle this in divine court. You're going to the council of gods, and you're going to demand what's rightfully yours. The hall of Maat sits at the center of the divine world, and you enter with all the majesty you can muster. Wings spread, piercing gaze, impeccable feathers. Ra is at the center, glowing like a bored sun, which makes sense, considering he literally is the sun. Thoth is noting something on an infinite papyrus. Maat adjusts her feather of truth. Seth is there too, in the corner, with that animal face no one can identify. A mix of dog, donkey, and something that shouldn't exist, and a smile you want to rip off along with his teeth. I come to claim my right, you announce. Your voice echoes perfectly. The throne of Egypt belongs to me. Seth murdered my father. This isn't a secret. I demand justice. Silence. Ray sighs, that sigh of someone who's heard this 300 times. Horus, we've already discussed. For 80 years, you can't control the volume. 80 years of let's analyze, of we need to ponder, of it's a delicate situation. My father is dead. The murderer is right there. You point at Seth, who has the audacity to give a friendly wave. Thoth looks up from his papyrus. Technically, we need more evidence. He confessed in public multiple times. He brags about it at parties. Yes, but confessions made at parties can be considered. He showed the body. The silence that follows is the kind of silence that happens when everyone knows you're right, but nobody wants to do anything about it. I need to interrupt here, because look, if you're watching this thinking, wow, what an unfair situation, know that you can join the immortals of the Pantheon, not the Egyptian one, ours, in the channel membership area. There you get access to exclusive videos and shorts nobody else sees. It's basically what Horus wanted, recognition and privileged access. Unlike him, you can get it with one click. Link in the description. Back to the disaster. Ray scratches his solar head. The problem, Horus, is that Seth has been doing an adequate job. Adequate? Egypt isn't on fire. That's the bare minimum. But it's more than many manage. Seth takes the opportunity to speak, with that voice that sounds like sand scraping on stone. Nephew, you're young, inexperienced, emotional. The throne requires maturity. You feel your talons extending involuntarily. You killed my father, and it was a very mature decision on my part. He wasn't managing well. That's the moment you realize justice doesn't exist. Not here, not for you. These gods are going to spend eternity pondering, while your father's murderer ages wine in the palace that should be yours. You leave the hall before doing something that gives them an excuse to arrest you. The next 3 hours are you walking through the divine desert, talking to yourself, and planning. The plan is simple. If justice won't come through official channels, you'll seek it personally. You're a warrior god. You were trained for this. Your father may be in pieces in the underworld, but he taught you to fight before becoming river decoration. You find Seth at sunset, at the border between the ordered world and the chaos he governs. He's alone, probably because nobody can stand his company for more than 5 minutes. Nephew, he doesn't seem surprised. Come to cry some more? I came to settle this. Seth laughs. It's a horrible sound, like dying hyenas. You? Challenge me? Boy, I killed your father when you didn't even exist yet. I divided him into pieces so small that your mother needed magic just to figure out what was arm and what was leg. Every word is a knife, and that's exactly what he wants. He wants you angry, blindly angry, stupidly angry. If I were you, I'd take a deep breath right now. But you're not me, and you never learn to let things go. You lunge. The fight is everything you expected and nothing you wanted. Seth is old, but old in the sense of existed before the pyramids, and not in the sense of needs help getting up from a chair. He fights dirty, fights ugly, uses chaos as a weapon in ways you didn't even know were possible. You exchange blows that open craters in the ground. You manage to hit him a few times. Good hits. Hits that would turn any mortal to dust. He bleeds golden ichor and laughs like you're tickling him. That's it, he shouts between attacks. That hatred. Did you know your father had the same look before I split him open? You lose focus for half a second. Half a second is all Seth needs. The pain doesn't come immediately. First comes darkness, but only on one side. You don't understand why the world became half until you feel something warm running down your face and realize your hand is pressing a cavity where, until 3 seconds ago, there was a perfectly functional eye. Seth is holding something round, something that's still looking at you with an expression of surprise you didn't even know your eyes could make. Remember what I said about maturity? He stores your eyes somewhere you'd rather not think about. Maybe now you'll learn to see things with more perspective. He laughs at his own joke. This is the kind of person who killed your father, or you should counterattack. You should get up and fight until one of you stops existing. But the pain has finally arrived, and it brought friends. Nausea, dizziness, and that horrible feeling that you might vomit and pass out at the same time. Seth walks away casually, whistling a tune you don't recognize. He doesn't even look back. You're not worth the effort. The journey back to your mother's temple is the longest of your existence. Every step pulses in the empty cavity of your face. The blood has already dried into crusts that pull when you move. The few minor gods who cross your path look away, some out of pity, most because they don't want to get involved. Welcome to your life. Literally, nobody wants to get involved. Isis finds you at the temple entrance. The scream she lets out is probably heard in all existing dimensions. She drags you inside, already preparing healing spells that you know won't bring your eye back. Not completely, not really. While she works, murmuring ancient enchantments and crying at the same time, you stare at the ceiling with your remaining eye. The same golden ceiling from this morning. The same temple. The same divine basement where you're trapped, while your father's murderer sleeps in the royal palace. The only difference is, you now have 50% less peripheral vision. You were reckless, Isis says, but her voice has no anger, just exhaustion. The exhaustion of a mother who's already lost too much and keeps losing. I told you to wait. I told you we'd find a way. There is no way. Your voice comes out strange, hoarse. They won't do anything. They never will. She doesn't disagree. That's the worst part. Tana, by the way, if you made it this far, you clearly have a refined taste for other people's suffering, and I respect that. If you're not subscribed yet, this is the moment. The button is right down there. Click it and come suffer with us in the next episodes. Isis's magic does what it can. She creates a new eye, made of moonlight and lapis lazuli and pure maternal willpower. It works, more or less. You can see shapes and colors, but the world on that side always seems slightly submerged, like looking through murky water. You'll carry this forever. Every time you look in the mirror, you'll remember this day. The day you discovered that being the rightful heir means nothing when the usurper has the support of people who prefer stability to justice. Dinner is silent. Your mother tries to make you eat. You chew without tasting. Somewhere, not far away, Seth is probably telling this story at a banquet, making all the gods laugh at the idiot nephew who thought he could solve things by force. You go to bed early, not because you're tired, but because you can't stand being awake anymore. Lying in the dark, you touch the area where your eye used to be. Your mother's magic left the surface smooth, almost normal, but you know the difference. You always will. And you know what's worse? Tomorrow you'll wake up. The sun will rise. Seth will remain on the throne. The council will keep pondering, and you'll still be here, with half your vision and all the rage in the world, with nowhere to put it. I end this day with an observation. Justice is a concept invented by those who already have power to make others wait eternally for it. Horus will spend more years fighting for that throne. He'll eventually win, but he'll never get that eye back, never have his father back. And every night, for the rest of eternity, he'll go to sleep knowing the victory came too late to mean anything. Sleep well, Horus. Tomorrow, it all starts again.